What is up, guys? John Forster here is back. Going to talk a little Rutgers, Ohio State. But first, we got Joey P. Rewind, Coach Pollard on Facebook, on the gram, pushing the Rudis gear. Let me tell you, the actuarial assassin has been all over the Rudis gear for a long time. You know, great sweatshirts. I love it. All right, now let's get to the match. We got Bernie in the chair with Goodale and Leo ready to go. Tough heartbreaker to Ohio State, always a top dog. Came in ranked number 9, Rutgers ranked number 14. Thought they could win. Couple things to take away. A lot of positives you guys should be feeling about this match. First off, 2 freshmen coming into the lineup, and they took out national championship wrestlers, but it's more about how they won that I want to get into. Let's start with Rob Kennard, 157. Some people say he looks like AC Slater. I don't know. Looked like he was taking on Valley for the all-county tournament, but he was ready to go. Cleary, coming in, Elijah Cleary, number 25, gets the first takedown. Kennard keeps coming back. Second period, there was like 7 seconds left. He needed an escape to get that point back. He gets it. Brings the match into overtime. He comes in, ice water in his veins. He gets that takedown in overtime. Next up, let's talk about John Poznansky, 184, going up against the number 8th ranked wrestler in the country, Rocky Jordan. You know, Rocky comes out, gets the first takedown as people expect it, but Paz turned it on. He was all over him for the rest of the bout. You know, tied it up at the end of the first. Second period, a minute left, gets his leg on the air. We saw what happened against Michigan with the leg in the air. Similar story here. He comes out, gets the takedown with a minute left, and then what does he do? He does what a tough guy does. He rides Rocky Jordan out for the entire period, takes a lead going into the third period. Does he sit on that lead? No, he keeps pressing the pace. And, you know, up by a point with 30 seconds left, gets the takedown, rides him out for the remaining 30 seconds, wins that match 9-6. Welcome to the rankings, John Paz, coming in at number 12 for Flow Wrestling this week. I see him only getting better and better. We'll see what happens. Next up, the return of Sammy the Bull. Is he healthy? It looked like he is. He looked good. You know, coming in, doing what Sammy does, getting in those scrambles, facing a tough Jordan Decatur, big prospect coming out of high school. Sammy does what Sammy does. He gets some funk. He gets the back points here, you know, gets a major decision, ends up winning that match 14-3. Great job, Sammy. Next, Sebastian Rivera, Seabass, showing why he's the number 1 guy in the country. He's out there, you know, up by 7, needs a takedown. 10 seconds left, needs a takedown to get the major. Seabass gets the takedown. That's why he's here. That's why he's showing that he's the number 1 guy in the country. He's looking for that national title. I see him getting it. All right, let's talk about these other matches. Some things they need to improve on. Nick Aguilar, tough opponent. Malik Heiselman, ranked number 16. Aguilar, ranked number 22. I thought Aguilar was going to be able to pull this match out. Did not get the job done. Lost 10-4. 0-2 for the year. 2 tough opponents, 2 winnable opponents. I think Aguilar figures it out. I see him rolling more towards the end of the year and showing that Nick Aguilar that qualified for nationals, that placed in the Big Ten. I see that coming on later down the line. Next, 149, Mike Van Brill goes against the number 1 guy in the land. Sammy Sasso, he is tough. He was ranked number 1 most of last year. He, you know, Big Ten finalist, came in the 3rd seed at the NCAA tournament. Van Brill gave him a little bit, got a takedown, a little too much for him going against the number 1 guy. Lost to the number 8th guy very closely from Michigan. I'd like to see Mike Van Brill bring it on. You know, he's showing he's at that level. I think he just needs to get those W's. We'll see what he does this weekend. Next up, Brett Donner going against number 11, Ethan Smith. Drops a 10-3 decision. Didn't give up the major. Would like to see it a little closer there. We'll see what happens with Brett Donner going forward. No, he's a tough guy. Looked a lot better in the third period than he did in the first. We'll see what happens there. 174, Joe Grello, nationally ranked, former national qualifier, takes on number 4, Caleb Romero, drops a 15-5 major decision. He faced the number 4 guy. He faced the number 2 guy. I'd like to see him against somebody ranked, 8th through 12, see where he's at. He had a good showing at the NCAA tournament 2 years ago. Is he a podium threat? We'll have to see. Moving along, 197, heartbreaker, Billy Janzer. He's facing, I think, a very underrated opponent, Gavin Hoffman. This is someone that's been behind Kellen Moore for the past couple years. Went up to heavyweight last year. I think he's better than what he came in ranked and all of that. I do think Janzer needs to find a way to win that match. Very close 3-2 decision. Hoffman came more in the end. We'll see what happens coming down the stretch there. Then at heavyweight, Christian Colucci kept it close against number 8, number 8th ranked guy in the country. Close match. 4-2, Colucci never was really in a position to win that match, though. I think the score was a little closer than it looked. I look for Colucci to be a top guy. I'd like to see him wrestling someone ranked 15th. I think, he'll win that match. I think he could come along there. We'll see what happens. Also, they do wrestle some extra bouts just because of COVID. There's limited bouts. We did get to see there is a lot of depth at heavyweight. Boone McDermott, he came in, JUCO national champ. He's here at Rutgers, transferred in. He's ready to party. He took on Gas Tank Gary Traub, at the gas station. Big 2-0 win. Gas Tank Gary, 6th place finish in the Big Ten last year, national qualifier. That's some good news. There's some depth there. Him and Colucci, I see them going head-to-head for the position this year. Moving over to, good things to come from him in the future. Should be a good time. All right, guys, listen, some other news. Spotify, I saw Joe Rogan got $100 million to sign with them. I've been in negotiations ever since, trying to get that $100 million. Let's just say they lowballed me, but I am on the platform. Make sure you guys subscribe to me. I'll be bringing these news weekly throughout the season. Also, follow the YouTube page. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Facebook. You'll be getting these videos. These videos are going to be good. I'm going to have some good things coming up. More analysis. I'm going to get some guests on. It's going to be a good time. And let's rock.